what's the one major issue for your business that and your agency partners that keeps you awake at night?
I think that it's about being innovative in doing the next big thing. I feel like working for a brand like GE and now being much more global than we were previously, we have global strategies around our media and our creative. And I think that alone keeps us quite ahead and ahead of the game. But what we've done, I think, here is quite innovative. But even from the media partners that we have, I'm hearing that a lot of other brands are looking to do the same thing, and so it's a constant. It's about constantly changing and pushing the boundaries and thinking of new things and interesting things, because it's a pretty exhausted market.
And Nikki, does it any keep you up at night in terms of your relationships with the agencies? And
I think particularly at the moment with media fragmentation and what's happening in that world, I suppose it's how we resource correctly for it and how we manage it, because we can't keep adding. So fragmentation means more expertise, more diverse expertise, and all that expertise working together against a common objective. But what you can't do is end up having that same amount of impact being spread across 3 times the cost or 5 times the cost. It was really simple when you could just flight a TV ad and get on with it. That's right. So how much you balance the resource between the people and the structures that you put in place and the actual content that goes into it, I think is...
We have 8 people in our acquisition marketing team, and I was at Sky in the UK. They have 280 people in the same team running the same business in a different market. So they're growing, but they have just added resource to cope with that diversity. Wow. And you think how high is up, and you look at that and just go, oh, we could never get to that. Market's too small.
Yeah.
And how's your organisation and your media agency sort of keeping pace with the changing media habits of consumers?
I think from an organisation point of view, we're always looking for what's new and what's also innovative. So at a global front, like to give you an example, the digital, marketing in a digital world is one of our key strategies globally from that perspective. So, we've created programs which is around that space of what we call like an always-on type platform. But we have a similar challenge to what was just spoken about in terms of how do you resource it and how do you also get the return on the investment, because some of these new spaces and new innovation and areas take a lot of time in terms of people, resources, but then there's always the element of what's the return on that investment for the brand and for the business.
Mm-hmm. Is there any particular piece of work at the moment that you really respect and admire that's in the marketplace, be it within Kimberley-Clark or actually outside? In
terms of some of the things that we've done, I think from a Kimberley-Clark perspective, even though we're a global organisation, I think one of the great things is the team locally in Australia gets to create and develop their own programs. And work with our local media and advertising agencies to really make a difference. And I think success comes when we see some of our programs being adopted by other countries around the globe. So there's some great work that we've done on the Huggies brand over the years. And one space in particular, as we talk about new areas, digital space, the Huggies website is an investment that we went into 10 years ago. And we've created this amazing website and touch points with mums around Australia that makes it one of the biggest websites in Australia.